Coming up on the pod, we have Cannabis Keenan and the resident medical expert back in studios. We discuss football and the movie, well, current events as well, and the movie Green Street Hooligans.
If you want a movie review, look no further than these dudes. You got Real Buzz Rob on the mic, you got Cannabis Keenan, he's alright. Caitlin is giving all she can give, and Calvin doesn't even know where he is. This is Real Buzz Takes with the Real Buzz Crew.
Welcome to another edition of Real Buzz Takes. We are the Real Buzzed Crew. I'm Real Buzzed Rob.
Fucking can't.
And to my left, we have our resident medical expert and mom of the pod, Caitlin. Say hello, Caitlin Woodson.
Fuck sticks.
I wish you just would have kept going. Fucking cunt. The same thing for all three of us.
No, I actually went out of my way to not call Caitlin a fucking cunt because it doesn't mean...
not saying that I think she... Yeah, Caitlin,
It
I'm not
doesn't
saying
mean
I wish
the
she
same
would have called
here.
you
I
that.
actually have no problem with the C word.
Yeah, see?
So.
Fucking can't.
Perfect, yeah.
And to my adjacent, we have Keenan, a.k.a. Keenan the Cannibal, a.k.a. Cannabis Keenan, a.k.a. Keenan the Barbarian, Keenan Robertson.
Big dog's cock.
Where did you find those from?
I had to scour the internet to find these, and it was totally worth the time spent.
What did it say? Big dog's cock?
It said, big dog's cock.
Okay.
Real quick, I see you went with the wrong football.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah, I know, because I hate soccer. I think it's stupid.
Yeah, let me
You're
say,
stupid.
We'll get into it. Like, I love everything surrounding soccer that this movie kind of portrays. I love the camaraderie. I love the songs. I love the drinking. I love everything except the stupid fucking sport.
What's wrong with the sport?
We'll get into it. We'll wait till we actually are talking about the film. But before we do that, we have to start with the Real Buzz Current Affairs. Got to find that drop. So the first thing I noticed, and I don't really care about this, but for once we were kind of light on big stories. There was only like one really big story. So
Thank God.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have officially left the royal family. The Queen has taken back their honorary military appointments and royal patronages, whatever the fuck that means. And I think this is not interesting at all. And I don't know why Americans are so obsessed with the royal family or why we care anything about what's happening with them. I don't get it.
I mean, we fought a whole war to get away from them.
No, I know.
Like, did everybody forget? Or
It's just like they don't really even hold any power. They just represent the United Kingdom. That's it.
yeah. I think the more ironic part is I was reading it and it says that they will retain their titles. They just aren't going to use them.
So there's still the Duke and Duchess of whatever ham.
Of Ginger and America.
Yeah.
And then the other thought I had was I'm pretty sure she had to give up her U.S. citizenship. Like, she's an expat to have married into the British royal family. But now they both live here. So are they illegal immigrants?
Fucking illegal aliens, man. Build the wall. Yeah. How the fuck old is Queen Elizabeth, by the way? Is that bitch ever going to die?
Well, her husband
Jesus.
is almost 100.
Yeah, actually, I looked it up. She's 94. But
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
He's 99.
I've been watching what's that show on Netflix? The
Crown.
The Crown. That's actually wildly entertaining. It's pretty interesting. But I still like this lady is 94 years old. Like, what? She's been a heavy drinker her whole life.
Well, and that's the other thing is, well, A of all, it's just the key to staying healthy. A little whiskey. All right. B of all, I don't understand what the big deal is between Harry and Meghan leaving anyways. It's not like they're next in line for the throne. It's not like someone abdicated and we should care.
I think it's important to like the elders, like Prince Charles and the Queen. I think it's a bad look. I don't think they like it.
Wasn't her
Bad look
husband...
how? It's not like they are disgraced and being kicked out of the family. They just don't want to be in it.
What were you saying, Keenan?
Wasn't her husband hospitalized this week?
He was.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, so maybe he's going to be the first to go. I don't know.
At 99?
I hope he's doing well. Prince, William, or Charles, whichever one you
Dude,
are.
those old
That's the one.
those old royal Brits are like fucking cockroaches, man. They will not
and they
die.
look terrifying.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They look like that scene from SpongeBob with the mummified worm person.
Yeah, and I don't want to be a dick, but the Queen looks like a mean old broad.
I mean, if you're 94 and you've run a country for a good chunk of that, you can be a bitch. I don't even care.
Actually,
She
kind of,
remembers Churchill.
Dude, I know.
You know?
Lithgow's great as Churchill in the series.
Is he?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
He's a great Churchill. Almost better than Gary Oldman.
Yeah, that movie was incredibly boring.
I know.
I saw that in theaters. What was it? Fuck.
Something.
The Dark Times or
yeah,
something. Yeah, I don't know.
Oldman kept me into it.
Great performance.
Great
Don't get me
performance.
wrong, but just incredibly boring.
They're political. The way they do politics is weird. Like the president can be president and then not be prime minister. It's weird. But I have a theory. I think Meghan Markle and Harry saw what happened to Harry's mom. She's like, I'm getting the fuck out of this family, dude. That's
Princess Di.
Lady Di.
I know.
So my theory is
She died.
I know.
Too soon?
They killed her.
Yeah.
Well, not too soon. I have the Beanie Baby. It's fine. So I think like Meghan Markle didn't want to get Meghan Merkled.
It's a Beanie Baby of Princess Diana?
No, it's just the one they
It's a bear.
dedicated
It's
to
a
her.
purple bear with a flower over
Yeah.
its heart.
Okay, I think kind of funny if it was just a Princess Diana Beanie Baby.
That'd be really creepy.
Like a little plush person one.
Yeah, except knowing Rob, we wouldn't want to see it.
Oh.
Are you insinuating that I masturbate with it?
If
With
it
Beanie Babies?
looked like Princess Di, probably.
Princess Di is hot.
I'm gonna titty fuck that Beanie Baby.
I've never heard that phrase used ever, and I'm glad someone did use it.
Yeah. Well, we're setting trends around here.
You
at
just
Real
said
Birth
I
Takes.
titty fucked a Beanie Baby?
No, I said I would.
Oh yeah, sure, of
Yeah.
course.
No, I don't think there's any Beanie Babies out there now that you could titty fuck because
I still have all mine.
they don't have titties.
At my
I don't
mom's
think,
house.
You know?
Why do you have all your Beanie Babies?
I just didn't get rid of them. I don't know. My mom's like, should I get rid of these? I'm like, I don't know.
They were
You a
supposed to be
fucking
valuable
hoarder?
one day.
Yeah, I think I missed the boat on the peak value of those things.
Those and Furbies. Everyone was trying to cash in on those.
I loved Furbies.
Yeah, creepy little fucking Furbies.
I loved it when they wake up in the middle of the night and they're like, "Meow." They're just like, what the fuck?
I never got a Furby. I got like the knockoff Yerby or whatever the fuck that you bought at Walgreens. It's just fucking terrible.
I watched a TikTok the other day of Google like demon Furbies.
Ooh.
And it's just like these monstrosities people have made out of Furbies. They're very funny. Look it up.
I probably will look that
Yeah.
up.
No, the Furbies you can say are objectively creepy for sure. Like looking back, it was pretty much the evolution. Like it evolved Tamagotchi. Like
Yeah.
you had to push the button on its tongue to feed
Kind
it.
of make it look like a gremlin.
Yeah, exactly. It did look like a gremlin.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It might have started out as a Mogwai. We don't know.
A Mogwai?
Mogwai.
I don't know what that is.
El Magway is a restaurant around here.
I do like El Mogwais.
Yeah.
You mean El Magui?
Yeah.
El Mogwais.
There's everyone pronounces it
I know.
completely differently.
I don't know the actual
I don't
pronunciation.
either. Anyway,
Moving on. I don't know if you guys have heard this. It's pretty kind of went under the radar. Senator Ted Cruz, a.k.a. Cancun Cruz, a.k.a. Fled Cruz, a.k.a. Flying Ted, took a little vacation this week.
I saw some really funny memes about it.
The best.
Yeah.
Really good.
I liked the one I shared.
Yeah, congratulations to the meme community. They did a fantastic job this
They
week.
really stepped their game up.
But so what actually happened?
So basically,
He left.
He went to Cancun or whatever and then said it was because his daughter was going or some shit.
well, it's not really
His
the fact
daughters were bored.
he went to Cancun. It's the fact of what's happening in Texas right now, which is the state he represents.
Right.
Yeah. So
lives in.
he fled. He was hit. Much
it's
like
all under snow right now.
much like many of his constituents, his power and heat went out, so he went to Cancun. It's not a good look because it's literally his job to facilitate.
Suffer with your people.
Like you've got representatives from other states like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez who have raised $2 million for Texas, and he went to fucking Cancun. So it's just not a good look.
Yeah, no.
She is the classiest fucking lady. I tell you what, she gets shit on by Republicans all the time, threatened to be killed and everything. And she's like, oh, I'm going to raise some money for your state.
You could literally
It's real
fuel
sad.
the state of Texas with the hate that is spewed about AOC.
No joke. No joke. And I felt real bad because, like, you don't, of course, we're thinking about the people and, no heat, no water. But then, I was seeing some news stories about because of the boil orders, people with farms like couldn't water their livestock.
Yeah, I know. And I will
that's
say this.
a huge issue too.
I can see why someone would find AOC annoying. Her voice is high pitched. She is a woman, and women are fucking annoying. And so I understand, like, man, I get why some people would find her annoying, but I think she's a well-intentioned person, and I think she is actually one of the few people in our government trying to do good things, much like Bernie Sanders.
Yep.
She is my god. I will worship her.
She's great.
And let me say about the state of Texas.
Please.
I do feel I kind of fucking hate the state of Texas, but I did feel bad for
You
them.
always have.
Yeah, always have. I've never wavered on that. Don't mess with Texas. I like
I
flipping
say, like,
those signs upside down.
Let's mess with Texas.
Yeah. You want us to secede? Fucking go ahead. Be the Lone Star State. Let's invade you and then make you a fucking territory.
You know,
right away.
they want us to secede so bad. They're asking for a lot of fucking government help right now.
Right, so that's the thing. But I do feel bad for them with the snow because they
yeah, it's
they straight
terrible.
up don't have the infrastructure. They don't have the salt trucks. I get all of that.
It's awful,
But
yeah.
then I read an article, and it just like the people they were interviewing were just such fucking Texans, and I was like, immediately I didn't feel bad. So there was this one person, this lady that like was
Texas
talking
is
about
pompous.
she moved there from Ohio so she could get away from the snow, and now I'm living in Texas, and now the snow's back, and we ran out of firewood, so my husband and my 3 children and I were cuddled around the fireplace as we burnt the last log, and my husband looked at me, and he knew he had to take our canvas art off the wall so we
Jesus
could burn it
Christ.
to keep
Jesus
our kids
Christ.
safe. And I read that, and I was just like, God damn it, fuck you. Whatever.
I hate you so
I hate you
much.
so much.
I fuck with Texas because the state of Texas saved my life, so I fuck with Texas.
Yeah, there you go. I've got a speeding ticket there from a racist cop.
Yeah, I was in the car.
Got 2 fake IDs
Racist
there,
cop,
though.
you're white.
He was
Oh,
racist,
that's right.
though. You
He said
remember?
some racist shit at the end.
Yeah, he was talking shit on black people just to us for no reason.
That's crazy. I forgot
Yes.
about that. So we were on. We won't make it a long story, but we were driving down to Dallas to get fake IDs, and then went further to Houston, and then went to Galveston, Texas.
We had to
Long
drive
drive
through
for a
Houston.
fake ID.
And I had driven for probably 8 of the 12 hours, and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna fucking fall asleep. Someone's gotta take over. Calvin's like, not me, because he's a fucking asshole. Keaton's like, I'll take over. I'm like, thanks, man, I appreciate that. And he happened to be speeding, heading south, and a cop
Nobody
pulled.
doesn't speed in Texas.
Well, he got pulled over in my old Mercury Sable, and
Yeah, we've talked about it.
How
where
fast could that Sable even go to be speeding?
I was going like 90.
yeah, it was a good car.
It had a Kobe Bryant bumper sticker on the back, which we've talked about.
It had
so
several.
I didn't see the blueberries and cherries for a while because Kobe was blocking them.
Rest in power, King.
Yeah, but then as I got pulled over, the
Probably
cop
why he
comes
said
up.
racist shit.
Well, no, at first he was probably, I don't know, but he noticed that it was just a group of scared-looking white guys that were asleep. Calvin was asleep in the back, and
Of course he was.
so then he's like, I could have pulled you out. I could take you right now because you like were running. He thought I was running at first, and then we told him we were going to Galveston, and he was like, "Why'd you want to go down there? All the shit goes down there.
Yeah.
I'm not just talking about the water." I was like, "Whoa."
Oh, okay.
Something
I'm
like
gonna,
that.
I'm gonna
He
speed
drew-
away before you elaborate,
He drew
sir.
a diagram about how shitty Galveston was, and like all the shit from the Mississippi just flows down there. He's
Yeah.
like, "I don't know why you want to go there. The people suck too." And it's like,
He's basically like, why do you want to go hang out there? That's where the blacks are. It's like, Jesus Christ, man. Fuck. And that was 10 years ago.
yeah,
This is your weekly reminder that Black lives still matter.
yep.
But so back to TC, a.k.a. Flood Cruz, Cancun Cruz. He happened to do this during a statewide emergency, as we've discussed, and most of his constituents didn't have power or heat, and he felt the need to go to Mexico. Talk about Playa del Bad Ideas, am I right? That's funnier than you're giving me credit for.
I don't think it is. We'll let Romania be the judge of that.
That's comedic gold,
Does
Kanan.
Romania still listen?
Playa
course.
del Bad
Yes.
Ideas.
It's Playa del Bad
A
Ideas.
beach of bad ideas.
Yeah, it's a beach of bad ideas.
Okay.
He then lied about only chaperoning his daughter to Mexico and coming right back. This lie was quickly debunked by photos of him at the airport carrying a carry-on that was fucking stuffed to the brim, like this, that you couldn't fit any more clothes in this bag. There's no way he was going just to drop his daughter off and fly right back.
Yeah, no.
Should be noted, he's the most hated man in government. Statistically, it's proven. Lindsey Graham...
And that was before this.
That was before this. Lindsey Graham is on record stating if Cruz was killed on the Senate floor and the killer was tried in the Senate, no one would convict him.
Ted Cruz, you mean the Zodiac Killer?
Lindsey Graham's just happy that he doesn't have the title, though.
Yeah, well, he's getting there. But Republican Congressman John Boehner said of his colleague, quote, I have Democratic friends and I have Republican friends. I get along with almost everyone, but I've never worked with a more miserable son of a bitch in my life. These are Republican congressmen, senators.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ted Cruz fucking sucks.
Well, if you're a dude and your whole thing is to throw your wife or your children under the bus for your mistakes, not a good look. You're not going to have friends.
Republican Congressman Peter King is on record saying that, quote, I hate Ted Cruz, and I'll think I'll take cyanide if he ever gets a presidential nomination,
Jesus.
unquote. He later told CNN that he wouldn't actually kill himself.
The country just would.
Yeah.
So he basically
Talk about Hunger Games, am I right?
So here's the question. So why does he keep getting reelected? And I have the answer. And this is why a lot of
Stupid
Republicans.
Texans?
No. It's not even that. I mean, that's part of it, but it's one issue voters. So he's very much against abortion.
Yeah, he's a pro-lifer.
And people will vote for him solely because of that and not give a shit what else he cares about. So here's my theory.
That's a strong 35% of Republicans nationwide.
Right. So this is why I don't think Republicans actually want to get rid of abortion, because they keep getting elected off of one issue voters. So they just want to appear to get rid of abortion. If they got rid of abortion, he wouldn't get reelected. So I think it's fake. I don't think Republican people want to get rid of abortion. They just want to appear to want to get rid of it. So it's
Probably accurate.
It's fucked up.
Well, yeah, if they got rid of abortions, how would they take care of all their mistresses?
And yeah, and that's the thing about fucking
This is a valid question.
pro-lifers. Pro-lifers give a shit about the baby until it's born. Then they're like, get a job. Why are you taking welfare? Like, it's fucking ridiculous. They care about the kid until it's born. They don't give a fuck about the kid.
Well, yeah, because if they did, every Republican would be a foster parent.
Yeah, it is crazy to me. But, and again, I'm a libtard, lefty, soy boy, fag, so that's what I've been called in social media.
By like two people.
No, a lot more than
same
two.
The same two people over.
It's
and
like
over
the
again.
same 7 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ted Cruz is living, breathing
I've only
proof.
been in a fight with 2 of them.
Yeah.
He's basically living, breathing proof that we need term limits in Congress and the Senate. Because then we don't have career politicians who want to do all this bullshit and can get away with all this bullshit, like inciting an insurrection or going to Mexico when your fucking state is in a nation, has an emergency. Like we need term limits for senators and Congress people, so we don't have career politicians. I'll get off my soapbox. Moving on. Also, want to do campaign finance reform and eliminate super PACs. Congrats to NASA landing a new rover on Mars. That's pretty cool.
Heck yeah. I just really want it to like have a little battery in its robot body to bring the other rover back to life.
What? Why?
Because it died and it was sad.
It's not a person. It's not a living thing.
It's saying happy birthday to itself every year. It's more human than Ted Cruz.
Well, that's true.
I'm just waiting for the rover to find Matt Damon. That's what I'm excited for. Whenever that report comes,
Dude, it's so gross.
we're
Like,
bringing him back.
can you imagine not brushing your teeth for 2 years?
Ugh.
Well, I mean, that's what British people do every day of their life. So what are you talking
That's not accurate.
Oi, governor! I haven't been to the dentist in 10 years.
What you mean my teeth don't look good? But yeah, that's really cool. Congrats, NASA. I think they actually found some sort of aquatic shit on Mars, like that can sustain life. I don't know. I did not read much about it.
It's something
The
about
wor-
they found fossils.
The worst part is that this rover is going to collect all these dirt and soil and rock samples, and then we won't get them back for 10 years.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, well, I
At
mean,
least 10 years.
What are you gonna do?
That's a long time.
Yeah, but it's better than not getting them at all.
That's true. But by then, there would already have been a manned mission up there. So.
We're gonna be alive in 10 years, you know.
What?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
We can't guarantee that. We cannot guarantee that. Look at the way the world is going.
Blob willing, we should all be alive in 10 years. I don't believe in God. Okay. Moving on to the film that we are reviewing today, Green Street Hooligans. Release date was 9/9/2005.
It felt like a 90s movie.
I don't think so.
I mean, just like the outfits and
Oh, I thought it was very 2000s. Especially the way Charlie Hunnam was dressed.
those white sneakers. They gave me every time.
I thought it looked fantastic.
I tell you what.
I kind of want a pair of those white sneakers.
I do too.
He
You
wears,
like them too?
He wears
Yeah, I
them in
kinda
Sons
like
of
them too.
Anarchy too, ironically.
God, he's
Like
such
pretty much the same white sneakers.
I'm saying it on record right now. Charlie Hunnam is the British Clint Eastwood.
I love him.
I don't know if that's accurate at all.
I appreciaed that they did get a shirtless scene of him in here with him just in the towel or whatever, and it's just like, God damn, that dude is chiseled.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Have you seen Sons of Anarchy?
Yeah, I know. Well, that's what it reminded me of. I was like, I've seen this exact walk of him in Sons of Anarchy 1,000 fucking times.
Yeah, but I prefer Sons because you see his butt more.
Kurt Sutter is on record saying that this movie is why he cast him as Jax. It's a great show.
Yeah, it is a great show.
It's a great show.
I've watched it.
Did you
probably
watch
a
the
dozen
Mayans
times.
one at all?
I've seen the first season, and they've started putting them on Hulu, so I'll probably try to watch more.
Okay, I haven't watched much of that one, but I knew it was a spinoff series.
It's hard for me to get into spin-offs.
I know.
Like, I hear Better Call Saul is good now, but I didn't like the first season
Dude,
of it, and it's like,
Kim, it's infuriating. It took 3.5 seasons to start getting good.
that's what, and it's like, I don't want to watch
can't do a
3.5
show like that.
mediocre seasons.
Don't do it. Just
Yeah.
don't do it.
No.
It is good now.
The Mayans spinoff is cool because it's like it's run completely different. The main character is like undercover for the FBI. It's
Okay.
wild. Yeah. So
Yeah.
give it a shot.
I liked that word. I mean, I loved Sons until
Ironically,
it got really
it'd be better if that
ridiculous.
The first
but-
season is way horrendously more violent.
Okay.
It'd be way better if they had like Jay Hernandez or Michael Pena in it. That would be good.
I like Michael Pena a lot.
Yeah, Jay Hernandez is good too.
No, the guy who plays the main character is awesome.
I don't know who it is. Maybe he's good too.
I've been thinking of rewatching Sons, so maybe this
I've rewatched
this
it
will
many
be
times. Many
the
times.
spark.
Very
I believe it's also-
Shakespearean.
I believe it's also on
Oh, yeah.
Hulu.
Yeah, I think so because they got FX now.
Or I have them on DVD.
DVD.
I have everything on DVD.
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 Director is Lexi Alexander.
Yeah, female director.
Yeah,
I was
is it
surprised.
it's not first one. Can't be the first one we've done in 70 movies.
With a female director?
Yeah, it can't be.
No.
It can't be.
God, no.
I have no idea. It can't be.
We've done female directors before.
Yeah, I think so. Before this was her
Couldn't tell
first
ya.
major feature. She'd done some shorts before this, but nothing major.
Salute your shorts.
Great show.
There you go.
God damn, that brings me back to the 90s. Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Oh, man.
All right, off track.
Sorry. I fucking have ADD. After this, known for, she directed Punisher Warzone, not the best Punisher film, and then lots of episodes of network TV like Supergirl, Taken, SWAT, etc. Cats.
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 You said
Cast.
Cats.
I did say cats.
Okay. He said cats.
I know, so I
And
said cast.
It's been a while since you've been on, like, in consecutive episodes. We do that. Cats.
It's dumb.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not. Elijah
Romania
Wood.
likes it.
Yeah, man. Romania has voiced their opinion, and they like the cats
I don't
bit.
think they have.
They like the
Yeah.
cats
I
don't
bit.
think they-
Manjoazi.
I don't think they've said anything.
Manchawazi. Buonazia.
Bonazia. Okay, there we go.
Manchawazi. Oh,
Elijah Wood is Matt Buckner.
Well, we're not going to have any Italian listeners.
little bitch. No, Buonaziwa. is,
Bonaziwa.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
Romanian.
Yeah,
for good day.
we figured out how to say. What does it mean again?
Hello.
Hello in Romanian. And then Elijah Wood is Matt Buckner and Charlie Hunnam as Pete Dunham. Honorable mention to Claire Forlani as Shannon Dunham.
Had a major crush on her growing up.
She's so hot. Meet Joe Black. Oh my god.
Antitrust.
Oh
She's
yeah,
in that
dude.
too.
Fantastic. Elijah Wood. Before this, known for you're gonna hate me because I absolutely love this movie. Flipper.
I don't hate you for that.
I love that movie.
I
movie's so
probably saw it
awkward.
once as a kid though, and never saw it again.
Basically about him trying to get to a Red Hot Chili Peppers concert, but he has to work for his uncle for like 2 months. It's the best.
That sounds like it would probably be you.
Yeah, and I agree.
Yeah.
Before this, known for Flipper, Deep Impact, The Faculty, Lord of the Ring franchise, of course.
Frodo.
Only the first one at that point, right?
No, all three.
We're done before 2005?
Yeah.
Man.
2003 or 4 is when the last one finished.
I just
sorry,
watched
Mr.
all three of
Frodo.
those.
Mr. Frodo.
Oh.
The stupid hobbitses.
They're playing them
Y'all are terrible.
at the
those
IMAX. They're playing the Lord of the Rings movies now.
So we have the.
That's kind of cool.
I've been thinking about doing it.
We
Yeah.
have the director's cut 4K for the home theater, and we watched all three of them.
Nice.
The last movie is almost 4 hours long.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It was well worth it.
It's ridiculous.
Well worth it.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, and then after
Oh,
this,
yeah, he's a little bitch in that one too.
he's a little bitch in everything
everything.
he's
Yeah,
in.
that's true.
He is a little. He's like Tobey Maguire, but I hate him less.
yeah,
Because
that's
Elijah
true.
Wood is cute.
He's not cute.
Yes, he's cute.
He's super beta, and I'm not saying like I'm an alpha, but dude, I just look at him and I'm like, you smell like feminine.
Yeah, but what? Okay. What's wrong with that?
The
Nothing.
sound of your piss hitting the toilet is feminine.
Yes.
That's from the other guys.
He's annoyingly. It's just annoying.
Is it, you want him to change his whole self?
Yes.
I hate you both. Elijah Wood, you come home with me, I'll
Grow
put you
a-
in my pocket.
And I have no room to talk on this, but grow a fucking beard, Elijah.
Jesus
can't!
Christ.
You know?
He's the only
Neither
guy.
can I, but at least I got some facial hair.
He's the only guy that's 40 years old and he looks like he's 12.
Yeah.
He's going to age well.
I mean, Smeagol
You
punked
two
that
are going to
little
age
bitch.
like shit, so.
Oh, that's true.
I'm already aging like a fine wine. I don't know what you're talking about.
After this, known for Sin City,
You know, fine wine tastes like dirt, so.
Happy Feet, and Wilfred. I do respect Wilfred. Wilfred was a good show on FX.
I wanted to watch that.
It was good. It
You never seen it?
was
It's
too
right
short.
up your alley.
I saw a couple episodes, but
The Australian guy who dresses up as the dog's fucking hilarious.
funny.
He's so good. Charlie Hunnam. Before this, I do not remember him. Keenan, maybe you remember him. Cold Mountain?
Yep.
yeah, he's the
I did
like
not
the
remember
young
this.
shitty guy. I love that.
That's
movie.
actually that's the exact credit is young shitty guy.
yes, that's what it is. He kills some people.
Young, shitty guy who kills some people. After this, known for Children of Men, didn't remember him in that. The Pacific Rim franchise, Sons of Anarchy, of course. That's what made
Charlie Hunnam.
Hunnam. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sons of Anarchy, King Arthur, didn't see it, got terrible reviews.
I liked it a lot.
Got terrible
We could do
reviews.
it on this podcast.
They were supposed to
honestly.
make a fucking
I don't like period
franchise
pieces.
out of it.
I wish they would have.
I did too.
I mean, yeah.
And
I know
that's the
you
one
hate
that Guy
period
Ritchie
pieces,
did.
But it's real.
No.
modern.
We discussed this. It wasn't Guy Ritchie.
No.
Or
Yes,
it was?
it was.
Guy Ritchie.
Okay.
I thought it was Robin Hood. It wasn't. He did.
No, he did.
Lord of the Rings. Or not. I mean, King Arthur.
Whoa.
All over the place.
Guy Ritchie doing Lord of the Rings would be
That would be sweet.
awesome.
Yeah.
Terrible.
He was also in Papillon, Triple Frontier, underrated good movie. It's on Netflix. Watch it. It's awesome.
I've wanted to watch Papillon too.
I know the story of Papillon. I don't need to see another movie about Papillon.
Yeah. I like Rami Malek though.
I do like Rami Malek.
He's in it.
And then The Gentleman, which is low-key also a very underrated movie.
I think it's really good.
I think it might be Guy Ritchie's best movie.
I won't go that far.
I know. It's kind of a bold statement.
Yeah. I still like Snatch better, but
Well, you and me both, buddy.
you know what I'm saying. Bazinga.
Woo! All right. Let's do net worths. Elijah Wood.
2 Chainz.
We're only doing the two of them?
Yeah, just the two.
Oh, okay.
Since I've kind of reduced the amount of there's only 2 really important cast members in this movie, and I reduced the amount because we do the current events up front. So
Okay.
I'm not trying to
Pretty
make it a 2-hour
Pretty
podcast.
much everyone else in the movie is a semi-unknown, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
like a bit player. Elijah Woods. He probably got a lot of money.
Well, I'll guess 30 mil.
Okay.
72.
20 million.
He is worth much more than that.
I would have thought so with
a
the
star.
LOTR franchise.
Yeah, but those were 20 years ago.
Goddamn, they were.
You know?
That's crazy.
Like we said, he's
Almost.
just kind of a little bitch.
Yeah.
You know, Mr. Frodo.
He doesn't deserve more than 20 million.
Yeah, come on, man.
Hey, of all, you guys keep saying Mr. Frodo, but
That's
that would
actually
be
Samwise Gamgee.
That says that. I know,
Yeah,
but I'm just
yeah,
saying his
no,
name.
yeah.
His
Yeah,
name.
Mr. Frodo.
He is Mr. Frodo.
Samwise is kind of he's definitely less of a bitch.
Potatoes.
Potatoes, but we can all agree. I think that Smeagol is the alpha in,
Oh, yeah.
in that trio.
Yeah.
no. Smeagol is a beta. Gollum is the alpha.
Sorry, Gollum.
In
I
that
forgot.
Foursome.
Foursome. Who's the fourth?
Smeagol and Gollum are one.
Oh,
person.
yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying who's the fourth.
2 personalities.
Okay. Charlie Hunnam.
I'm going to go with 30 again.
Okay.
17.
Also 20.
All right.
Wildly undervalued.
I agree. I completely agree. Charlie.
Wildly undervalued.
And I think he's going to get his because he's a fantastic actor. Except when he plays American people, his American accent is garbage.
See, I
Sons of Anarchy was great.
I think it's good in Sons. I have more of a problem watching him not do an American accent. Seems fake to me.
but like, it's funny because
He did
that's
Cockney
his real
pretty well.
accent.
Yeah, I know, exactly. Like when he's
This is
talking
how
with his
he
normal
talks.
accent, I'm like, it just doesn't look right to me.
No, I found out in via interviews his real accent is the one he uses in The Gentleman.
Right, and that seems like he's doing
It seems
a
like it's
dumb
fake.
fucking accent.
It seems fake.
What are you talking about, bruv?
It's his accent is much more posh than it is Cockney. Like it's very that's not common, as they would say.
Yeah.
It's, by they I mean British people.
I like the Cockney accent.
It's the best. Like if I was, I think the posh British accent sucks. I think it's fucking awful. I love Cockney accents. It's the fucking best.
I mean, it sounds like they want to fight. It doesn't matter what they're saying. It just sounds like they want to fight.
It's the best.
I love it.
On to Specs and Deets.
Yes, indeed.
Runtime was 109 minutes. Could have been 10 minutes less. They could have cut out 10 minutes.
I could have cut out some of the. Yeah, I agree. With bitchy Elijah Wood, I guess he got his comeuppance with his douchey roommate at the end of the movie, but like he still doesn't seem like a badass.
He's
there.
a Van Holder, Keenan.
Yeah, the Van Holden or whatever. the
Yeah,
fuck.
or whatever his name is.
I'm in a meeting and he's like there and he's like, "Oh,
Doing
you said
lines
you would
in the
hook me
toilet.
up." I don't know. You just seem like such a little bitch. I
Well,
hated
he was
the
playing it up at the end.
It's also not his ticket back to Harvard. Like he only had 2 months before he graduated. Like what is he gonna do? Be like, hey Dean, here's a recording of me. Can I graduate?
Probably. That's what I would do.
Well, maybe. Budget, not listed. I looked for like 20 minutes on the internet. It's not listed anywhere. It opened at $48,000. It grossed $347,000 domestically, $3.8 million globally.
Damn.
$48,000.
I mean, it's an indie film, I think.
Yeah, but yeah. Okay, yeah. The fact that it made $3 million worldwide is pretty
I don't know how to judge it because I don't have a budget.
exactly.
Spun off some sequels and some knockoffs and shit like that.
Green Street Hooligans 2, Stand Your Ground. It's fucking stupid. I'm not watching it. I'm not going to watch it. I won't ever.
I won't either.
If Charlie Hunnam's not in it, I don't want it.
Exactly. It's not the same characters. It's basically a completely different movie. They just put the title on it. That's it. Plot keywords. Number 1, male bonding.
Yep.
Number 2, hooliganism.
Love it.
Number 3, beer. Number 4, violence. Number 5, brutal violence.
Yeah.
It's about right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you guys ever seen Rise of the Foot Soldier?
No.
It came out like 2 years after this. It's based on a true story, but it is about the inner city firm, which was the real West Ham United firm.
The
back in
GSC?
back in the day. And it is much more violent than this movie, but I think it's much better than this movie.
What's it called?
It's not as whimsical at all. It's kind of dark and fucked up, and there's some serious brutal murders at the end. But
so this one had some pretty...
Yeah.
Rise of the Foot
were
Soldier
way
is-
more intense than this, especially like back in the late 80s, early 90s.
You should watch Rise of the Foot Soldier.
Text that to me so I remember. I actually do want to watch that.
It's like the rated R version of this. It's really
This
good.
is, in fact, rated R.
Well, and then it's like
the MC-17 version.
Yeah,
of
I don't
this.
know. It's more hardcore than this one is.
Fuck, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Taglines. The first one the first one I absolutely despise and hate. The second one I absolutely love. First one
I
is...
feel like he says the same thing every week.
That's not true. That's not true at all.
I'm going to go back and get some clips.
The first one is Stand Your Ground. Stupid. Dumb. Fuck it. It's awful.
They say it a lot of times in the movie.
I know, but that's just because it's stupid. I don't like it.
Not when you're with us.
Not when you're with us.
You stand
You
your
stand
ground.
your ground and fight.
That was Australian.
I did.
Making movies, making
songs, and fighting around the world.
Oi,
Tiger!
Russell Crowe.
That's the best.
Good for him.
Oh, today I'm going to fight cancer, but I couldn't find cancer, so I'm going to fight this man with cancer. That's the best. The second tagline is, when the whistles blow, the blood will flow.
I don't know about that.
That's
one either.
awesome.
I don't know about that one either.
I have statistical or strategic problems with that one.
Why?
Because when the whistle blows, the game is on.
The game's over, too, when the whistle blows.
Yeah, but the blood flows after they stated. There's just a big period of time between the whistle blowing and the blood flowing, okay?
No,
Not back to back.
You're wrong. It's fucking perfect.
When you hear the whistle blowing, blood, it's gonna start flowing. There you go.
I like
Dinah, won't you blow your horn?
You guys exhaust me.
Yeah, that's accurate. And now it's time for the Canopsis. Please give us your Canopsis, Cannabis Keenan.
Unique New York. Unique New York. All right, here we go. Matt Buckner is kicked out of Harvard after taking the fall for his trust fund roommate's cocaine problem. That sends Frodo across the pond, where he falls in with the Green Street Elite, the firm for the West Ham United Football Club. So don't be a struggling runt, blow some bubbles, and put a kettle on for the Green Street Hooligans.
Put a cuppa. Would you like it? Put a cuppa on.
Get a cuppa.
Very nice, Keenan. That was very good.
Yeah, little Frodo, little bitch.
He's. I hate Tobey Maguire more, but not by much.
Yeah, Toby, yeah. I think I never liked Tobey Maguire, but after finding out Michael Cera was based off of him in Molly's Game, that just
I hate
cemented
him
it for me.
because
yeah.
he's such a little bitch, but he thinks he's fucking. He's also like an evil person.
Yeah.
I fucking hate Tobey Maguire. I'll go on record saying it. Put it out there, Toby. If you watch this, fuck you.
Yeah, Toby. You should have done it to that camera.
I know I fucked up. I was looking at the monitor.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, you're welcome to come on the pod anytime though and defend yourself.
Yeah, but I will tell
That'd
you.
be cool.
I will tell you to fuck yourself.
Yeah, but if we do
I'm
Spider-Man,
sure he's pretty used to it.
I don't know, man. He doesn't act like it.
What's up with the dance scene for the emo Spider-Man and Spider-Man 3? What's up with that, Toby?
What's up with just being a total fucking piece of shit douchebag? That's what I want to know.
What's up with your haircut, Mr. Maguire?
Idiot. All right.
I kind of have the same haircut he did, but whatever.
Yeah, you look way better though.
Yeah, fuck you, Toby.
Moving on to the Real Buzz Rundown. So let's, you guys go ahead amongst yourselves. Who wants to start, and I'll sprinkle it.
Well, I don't have too much, so let me get mine out of the way.
Sure,
real
absolutely,
quick.
yeah.
So I already brought up Rise of the Foot Soldier, but I saw that before I saw this, which I think was kind of a mistake because this, like I said, just seems like
It was disappointing.
it was the
compared to
toned
that.
down version of that.
Okay.
But once I did watch this movie for the first time, I really am a fan of the story. The first time it caught me off guard that the Major was his brother-in-law. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's a nice reveal.
It's like a twist a little bit.
Yeah. This was only my second time seeing it, so watching it this time, he knew
it was
yeah,
the
they
Major.
foreshadowed it
Yeah.
much more. I should have picked up on it, but yeah, I all around, I thought it was good. I've been trying to stream this movie for years.
You can't find it anywhere. We
And
should say
you can't rent it.
It's free on YouTube. That's how we watched it.
Somehow it's just free on
I
YouTube.
own it on DVD.
Yeah, it's just bootlegged though
Yeah.
on YouTube. So
Like
whatever.
a good quality bootleg. Though.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it was good.
I couldn't get it above 720p, but it was still doable.
That's- yeah.
Sometimes it would buffer, and I'd be like, but whatever. I was
you-
watching it for free.
Did you watch with closed captions?
I did, and they were fucking terrible.
Awful. They got like every third word right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I turned them off.
Trying to do the slang and stuff like that, it was just so bad. At one time, he's like, "You all right, bruv?" And on the thing, it said like 5.
Yeah,
I was
no,
like,
that's the
wait,
thing.
what?
whatever algorithm or program they use to generate their closed
Was
captions
not meant for Cockney.
does not speak Cockney. Does
Yeah.
not even come close. They not even close.
Yeah, so the subtitles were pretty much trash.
Garbage.
Yeah, not worth having on at all. Didn't help. But so recently, I also watched Band of Brothers for like the 15th time.
Great fucking series.
And there's two. So the
It's
major.
the Saving Private Ryan of television.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic.
Fantastic.
But there's two characters that are just kind of side characters from that show in this movie. The major
Yep.
plays Albert Blythe, who's just like a little bitch and
His
gets
name's
killed.
Steven something. He's actually a pretty well-known British actor. He's in a lot of British
Yeah,
stuff.
and his character in Band of Brothers is like a little bitch. Not to say, I mean, he's based off a real person that went through some hard times, Normandy and shit like
Yeah,
that.
he's
But
not
he,
Elijah
like,
Wood or Tobey Maguire.
right? He has
Yeah.
like temporary blindness, and then he gets shot in the neck, and like it's actually real sad.
Jesus
story
Christ.
of
Yeah,
Albert Blythe.
well, yeah, I know. Yeah.
And then the buddy who's in the gang that's like the pilot or whatever,
Yeah.
he plays Liebgott, who is like a main character in Band of Brothers. So it was cool seeing them. I had never seen either of them in anything else, I don't think.
I forgot that it's Liebgott.
It's Liebgott, yeah.
I totally forgot.
Off of the pilot thing, I love that all these people had like totes normal jobs. Like Charlie Hunnam was a teacher, and that guy was a pilot, and like
There's no. I have this later, but there's absolutely no way a pilot will be able to keep his job. First of all, if you're a pilot, you're really not supposed to drink. Period.
Right, and then go out and just get in fucking
Fights.
brawls.
Yeah, like he's showing up. He's like, "Hi, Gav, I'm just coming to fly the plane," but he's got like fucking black eyes and just his face is swollen.
Somehow his face never got fucked up in the movie, though,
maybe he
you know?
protects that face for his job.
Yeah, I guess so. And also shout out to Rafe Spall, who's in this movie. He's another guy that's just in their posse. He's
Who
one
is
of their
he?
guys. But he's in some Shaun of the Dead movies. He's like in all of the Three Flavors Cornetto movies. So
It's funny you mentioned Shaun of the Dead. I watched it 3 nights ago. It's so good.
it's so good.
It's so.
Hot Fuzz. I watched Hot Fuzz like 2 weeks ago, and that a classic.
I watch all three
A
of those
classic.
movies once a year.
They're fantastic.
I really like The World's End too.
World's End might be my
all
favorite.
three of them I fucking
World's
love,
End.
yeah.
My least favorite is Hot Fuzz, but it's still really good.
It is, yeah.
But
I think
goddamn,
that's the longest one.
I just like the
which kind
last
of-
30 minutes of Hot Fuzz. It's hilarious.
Simon Pegg is legit a genius. He's so funny.
Yeah. Him and I follow him and Edgar Wright both on Twitter. Edgar Wright's the director of those
Yeah.
movies, and yeah, they're both just fucking
It's weird because
cinephiles. And
he nails this perfect dynamic of it's clearly comedy, but he also captures actual emotion within the comedy. Like it's so weird.
it's not just dumb humor.
No,
like the stories are actually really good.
stories are really
Yeah.
good. So Simon Pegg, he's wasting his time with these Mission Impossible roles. He should be doing more
Oh,
of.
I love him as Benji Dunn.
I know, but he has so much more to give than just that.
But I mean, like, he also chooses the roles.
Well, and
Yeah.
those roles, I assume, pay a lot
he
more.
took a bit role in the new Star Wars trilogy to
Yeah.
like be completely not even him. He's like in a suit.
Yeah, no,
of
he
some
just
sort.
voices.
Yeah, exactly.
And I liked him in Star Trek as Scotty.
Oh, he's great, Scotty.
Yeah.
Paul, I think, is an underrated movie. I thought Paul was funny. I've only seen it once, but I thought it was funny.
I think that's
I don't think it's funny.
definitely
as
the
Cornetto
worst
trilogy, but-
of the movies he's done. Is that where Seth Rogen is voicing the alien?
yeah.
It's okay.
It's him and Nick Frost. It's not part of that Three Flavors Cornetto trilogy thing,
And it's
but-
also fantastic. He and Nick Frost have such great chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Nick Frost, also
So
really
funny.
worth following on Instagram.
I will do that.
Yeah.
I like Nick Frost.
He cooks a lot of English food that makes me like, oh, that looks fucking disgusting. But,
English, it's weird. Their breakfast, they have baked beans with their eggs.
Yeah.
And it's like, ugh.
Beans on toast.
And tomatoes.
So
And blood pudding.
Sam was going to come over and watch this movie, and I was like, I'll cook you dinner. And I looked up British recipes, and I was like, well, I'm not cooking you
not
British
cooking,
stuff. Yeah, not that shit.
Not known for their cuisine.
So many British foods have the word pie in it, but then it's like a meat and kidney pie or something, and it's like, that's not what makes me think of pie. Or like a bone marrow custard or some bullshit. I'm like, well, that doesn't seem to go together.
All you need to do is watch Sweeney Todd to know that fucking British food sucks.
Right. I've watched the Great British Bake Off, and some of the shit they make on there, it's like, well, why would you eat that?
That show's legit good. Like
It is good.
I'm not a cooking show guy, but like that show's legit good.
Yeah, it is. And it's like wholesome.
Yeah.
British people are the best.
They're
I
the
have
best. I'm obsessed with British people.
If I could move there,
I would-
We've
in a
gone
heartbeat.
off the rails, friends.
I know, but
We've
in
gone
a
off the
heartbeat,
rails.
on a heartbeat, I would absolutely move to the UK in a
I would
heartbeat.
too.
Yes, leaving America would not be the worst.
And this is the reason why, because my next note here, because they walk around and they say stuff like, fuck off, you struggling runt, meaning cunt,
Yeah. Struggling run because it rhymes with cunt. Yes, I'm picking up on the
Rhyming?
The bees and honey, money, Mickey Mouse house.
Give us the fucking bees.
If we don't do this, we'll be in a spot of Barney.
Bonnie Rubble, trouble. That's actually from Oceans.
Yeah, that's
but it's still
but
good.
it's really good. Yeah, that's how I learned Cockney from movies like this. So yeah, that's all good stuff. The Tommy Hatchard character, he doesn't fuck around.
Dude, that guy is intense.
Yeah,
That guy got his own kid killed and then wanted to blame everyone around him. So
That's absolutely
I have,
true.
I have mad problems with
Well,
that
of
guy.
course. Yeah.
it's like Charlie Hunnam says, "We didn't kill your kid. You killed
You
your
did.
kid."
Yeah. Who brings a 12-year-old to a fucking gang fight?
a real man.
Well, and he says that he used to brag about how he brought him
Trained
up like a pit bull. It's like,
Dude, that's a terrible thing
So-
to say about raising your child.
It's like,
Especially when you're bringing him to a gang fight.
yeah, it's like Ken
Firms,
says.
they're not gangs.
Ken says in
Trying to
Bruges.
equate it for the normal Americans who watch our podcast.
Okay.
The only thing that's going to change is you're going to have more cunt fucking kids. And that kid, you guarantee that kid was a cunt fucking kid.
Oh, he looked like one.
No offense, but you're a cunt.
You've always been a cunt.
You've always been a cunt. You're always going to be a cunt. All you're going to do is have more cunt fucking kids. You leave my cunt fucking kids out of this.
But that kid was a cunt fucking kid. You could just tell.
Oh, yeah, he
You could
sucked.
just tell. So I didn't feel bad. What I did feel bad for was when they do that flashback scene and they put the wigs on the Major and Tommy Hatcher
He's
to
the
try
best.
to make them seem
Oh
younger.
my God, I'm
Like,
so
what is-
glad you
why
noticed
do you
this.
do that?
They basically showed a flashback via a mullet.
Yeah, exactly. Both
It's
of them
the
just
best.
had the same wig, colored differently,
Yeah.
but it was like the same hairstyle.
And it was a terrible hairstyle. It
Oh,
looked
was
so bad.
terrible.
It was
I
awesome.
never understand that. A lot of movies do that, where if they're flashing back and using the
They
same
give 'em longer
character,
hair,
just
yeah.
give them longer hair.
Just put a wig on.
Yeah, that'll make them look younger.
fine.
Like, no, yeah. So that was fucking
And a
stupid.
jean jacket. Longer hair and
Yeah,
a jean
yeah,
jacket.
jean
Yeah,
jacket.
jean jacket.
Yes.
And then just the last couple notes that I have, Elijah Wood. We've already talked about him being a little bitch, but here's my
His acting it's not even good in this movie. It's bad. His acting is
it's
objectively
terrible.
bad.
So when he gets to England, right, and he starts going to the soccer games,
When he
and
gets to
stuff like
Jolly
that,
O,
but then he falls in with him. He gets in the fight, and you're supposed to see that he's made a turn to be a badass. And what do they do to show that? He starts smoking cigarettes, and the whole time he's smoking cigarettes, he doesn't look comfortable. Like he doesn't look like a natural
he
smoker.
just turns into Charlie Hunnam. He starts
Yeah.
dressing like him. He starts smoking. He starts kind of using these British phrases with an American accent that sounds so awkward.
Yeah. It's terrible. And then his dad shows up, and he's like out to lunch with his dad.
His dad sucks.
And his dad's like, well, why didn't you try to call me? And he's like, I'm tired of having a relationship with your voicemail, Dad. And it's just
Dad.
like, oh my God, you're a
Such a
13-year-old
rich-
emo little bitch.
Such a rich boy thing to say.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just like he was at Harvard and he's like, I don't have a dad. It's like, dude, you're doing fine.
But
Like,
I think, okay, so in turning into Charlie Hunnam, I think that's the part of the movie. Like, he got kicked out of Harvard and had no idea who he was or what he was doing. His whole identity was being the journalism major to follow in his dad's footsteps. And
a
once that was
fucking
gone,
journo.
yeah, once that was gone, he kind of clung to the next thing that was around him and semi-functional.
Yeah, I get it because it was the first time he actually saw someone with some masculine tendencies. Like, oh, I like this. And like, yeah, I would totally glob onto Charlie Hunnam too.
I mean, I would too, but not for the same reasons.
Also, we need to talk about this real quick. Do you have anything else?
No, just that he's a little bitch, and the throat stab for the major is pretty brutal. But I'm sure we'll get into it.
I'm glad that I'm glad the major survives because he has a kid and wife. It sucks that Charlie Hunnam dies. Spoiler alert. Because he's fucking beat to death.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
It's very brutal. And can we all agree that Charlie Hunnam in this movie has the swaggiest walk of all time?
Oh my god.
But,
best.
I mean, I think that's just how he walks. Because you watch him in Sons of Anarchy. That's
No.
just how he walks.
He absolutely made it a point to like inject.
But he does do
even
that
more.
in
does that in
Sons too.
Sons.
Dude, I wish I could walk like that.
I think that's
It's
just
like
how he walks.
it's the best.
When I was watching Sons,
His dick is that big.
I know.
when I was watching Sons back in the day, like I would walk around campus because I was in college, and I'd walk around campus trying to do the Charlie Hunnam.
The
walk,
thing is, you can't fake it. You either have it
No,
or
you
you
You either
don't.
have it or you
got it.
don't. Yeah,
And he fucking has it.
he's
Yeah.
just cool.
Like,
He's
it's
just
the
cool.
biggest dick energy I've
He
ever
has it,
felt is Charlie
and he
Hunnam
could
walking
have
in
it.
this movie. Oh my god.
Yes. Can we talk about the toxic masculinity real quick?
Yeah, I wrote that down when I was struggling. I'm like, does this movie have toxic masculinity? I'm like, clearly it does.
The major got stabbed in the throat because the one guy was sad that Charlie Hunnam got another friend.
Pretty much.
My friend has another friend.
Bava.
He doesn't. Yeah, and it's from the second
He got
you see
another
Bobber,
friend.
it's like he's throwing a little bitch fit. Like,
No, he's
who's
cool.
the
Because Charlie
guy?
Hunnam got another friend.
He's clearly a highly insecure person.
Yeah.
But like, you're so insecure that you go to your brother, who you know wants to kill these people. Tell them where he is.
Wait, his brother?
Yeah.
Bavar's brother is the guy from Millwall?
Yeah.
I don't think it's his brother.
I don't think it's his
I
brother.
think he just calls him bruv and stuff
Yeah,
like
bruv.
that. Oh, bruv.
Hi,
I
bruv.
don't think it's his actual brother.
My son. He also calls him his son.
Yeah.
But then how would they even be, like, why would they be?
No, it's a legitimate question because I think I don't understand why it's all melancholy and rides his super bike down to Millwall. It
'Cause
just
they say
hangs out.
Millwall is the biggest like rival firm.
No, I know,
so
but like,
he's just trying to betray it.
but he's being so
Tommy Hatcha, he's the top lad.
Tommy at ya. He's being so what's the word I'm looking for? Fuck. I hate it when this happens. Passive aggressive. He's being so passive aggressive about it. He's just riding his little bike all the way to Millwall. He's like, I'm just gonna sit in this pub. I'm gonna sit in this cafe I know that Tommy Hatcher goes to and eat my beans and my eggs and wait for him to walk in. Oh, well, fuck me, my son. Look who's here. Like, that's literally what happens.
Yeah. And then he beats the shit out of that guy. Your bird has been lapping on the whole fucking time. And this is your fucking fault.
In his defense, that dumb broad would not shut up.
Right, but the guy should have been like, listen, bitch. That's Tommy fucking Hatcher.
Exactly.
Like, I don't care if you're laughing and stuff. I'm not trying to get my face beat down on this goddamn table.
We can make up later, but listen, bitch, you guys shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
This is a sociopath.
Or just get up and walk the fuck out of there.
Are you gonna talk to me like that? Yes, I absolutely am.
After the
this
first,
man will kill me.
After the first warning, I'm just going, yes, Mr. Hatcher, never mind. And I'm getting up and walking the fuck out.
Absolutely. I'm like, oh, yep, my bad. We're out. Like, because obviously this man is a deranged sociopath.
Yeah, he's like the...
And I think they just assumed they were brothers because, like, why else would they have any type of relationship at all?
Well, because they're rival firms.
Yeah, but they don't. Why wouldn't you just kill him on sight then?
Well, because he's probably interested as to why he's there. Like, clearly, it's like he's sending a message just sitting in his cafe. Like, he's there for a reason.
And
Yeah,
this was my
stupid.
problem with Bob.
Stupid.
Yeah, because
It's
the
all
first
stupid.
time he goes over there,
My
he doesn't have
friend
the
has a
balls
new
to say
friend.
anything to Tommy Hatcher about it. He just goes and gets punked out, pretty much.
Don't you ignore me, you cunt.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, you went there to betray. Just go ahead and betray. And then he comes back when they're in the bar or whatever. Like, I don't
My
know.
favorite is like he's been taking notes, and he's like, "That's my journal. I've had it
Yeah,
forever."
I'm just keeping a diary my whole life.
They do kind of really go off on the fact that he studied journalism. He's a fucking undercover journal. It's like, no, he studied journalism.
And that's where
he has a diary.
he
And
fucked
if
up.
he was a journalist, but he's not writing about you, who cares?
Well, he was in the diary.
Well, no, I just meant like in general. If he's not publishing articles about you, who cares?
Definitely overreaction.
But
Yeah.
he could have, like, when Charlie Hunnam asked him, well, what'd you study? He could have been like, journalism. I got kicked the fuck out. Fuck journalism. You know what? And you guys all hate him too, so fuck it. Whatever. My dad's a journalist. He's a dick. You know?
Yeah, he could have done that.
Should have just been honest.
No, it's not how movies work.
I also can't think of a dumber conversation than discussing which sport is more boring, baseball or soccer. They're
it's baseball.
both fucking boring.
No, soccer's awesome.
Yeah, if running gets you going, yeah, soccer's great. But like, if you like track,
Hot dudes and nice butts get me going. So soccer.
yeah, okay, that's fair.
I love baseball.
I love baseball too.
So
actually.
boring. You know what's nice about soccer? No commercial breaks. One commercial break.
I agree with that
Halftime.
part. I do love that part.
I
About
don't
soccer.
enjoy the fact that they count down instead of up. It's fucking
They count up instead
No,
of
they-
down.
right.
Yeah,
they
they
count
count
up
up.
instead of down. It's really fucking confusing. And
It's
like,
because we can add extra time.
yeah, I know. That's also confusing. Why not just be normal and take timeouts or whatever? Or when it goes out of bounds or whatever. I learned this from Ted Lasso. It's not out of bounds. It's now this is worthless because I can't remember what it is.
Out of play.
No, it's something weird.
I need to get Apple TV just to watch Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso's fucking incredible.
I think my parents have watched it like 4 times.
It's I've been watching all this stuff around soccer. I don't like soccer at all. I love this movie and I love Ted Lasso.
I feel like if I took you to a game, you'd be totes into it.
I don't know, man. Maybe I've never been to an actual match. I watch on TV like during World Cup and
No,
stuff
that's
like that.
boring. You
It's
can't
boring
watch on
as
TV
fuck,
and
dude.
be like, I can have my own teams on TV and just be like cleaning or doing dishes because it's right there.
Keen, I don't know if you remember this. Do you remember that girl from Belgium that I kind of dated for a summer because she was a foreign exchange student?
Sure. That sounds vaguely familiar.
It was the last time I remember. She was huge into World Cup and I was like, yeah, me too, totally. Because I'm like, I just wanted to.
You're like, I'm gonna get laid.
Exactly. 100. She's 100% correct.
I started watching it in 06 when Zinedine Zidane fucking headbutted that dude in
It's
the
a lot
World
of
Cup
Zs.
final for France.
Zinedine Zidane.
Yeah, he just straight up headbutted this dude in the chest. It
That's
was
pretty
he
dope.
got, he got red carded.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
He got kicked out.
That's awesome. Good for him.
There's a guy who plays for one of the premier. I don't remember which premier team he plays for now, but he bit a dude's ear off
Oh, he Tysoned him.
during gameplay.
So, was this the team they supported? United?
West Ham United. Don't
What-
say United because United is Manchester United. They call them United, but it's West
Ham United? Is it a Premier League team?
It is.
Have they been relegated recently?
They haven't. They're fifth in the
I didn't know
Premier
what
League right
relegated
now.
was till I watched Ted Lasso.
It's basically 2 leagues.
I know what it is.
The good guys and the not so good guys.
Yeah.
There's even more than the two because Sunderland. There's a good documentary series on Netflix called Sunderland Till I Die,
Till I die. Yep.
and it's worth watching. They ended up getting relegated to the second league, and then so bad they got kicked
To
down
the
to the
third
third.
league.
Ooh.
But
Then
they're
they
like,
worked their way back up.
it'd be almost like if, like in baseball, if like I don't know,
Yeah,
not the Red Sox or
Major League
Yankees,
team went
but
down to, like,
if
single
the
A.
Dodgers got
Yeah.
booted down to Double A or some shit.
I think all leagues everywhere should work like that because that makes people try harder.
I will say, man, I can't remember if I've mentioned this or not. I absolutely adore everything surrounding the sport of soccer.
I think you've said that once or
Said that
twice.
a few times.
I'm going to say it again. The songs are great. I want to bring back like fight songs into American professional sports. I can think of nothing more fun than getting around a bunch of real fanatic drunks and singing a song
We do that.
pertaining to my team.
The entire game. We do that for 90 minutes.
It's the best. That sounds so fucking
I'm
awesome.
telling you,
You're just getting
I'd
hammered.
take you and you would have fun.
Yeah, sporting games are a lot of fun.
Because it's not just one section of fanatics. The whole stadium sings.
Yeah, that's
and
the
does
best.
The songs
Like
and claps and chants.
when Bava is getting all drenched in the fucking beer and he's just that looks awesome.
Yeah, the pre-match, like the pubs pre-match, and then they just get hammered drunk in the morning and then just walk in the middle of the street with all of them down to the fucking stadium. That looks
Awesome.
like
See,
the
and
best
that's
way to spend a Saturday
the
morning.
worst part,
Yes.
The worst part of American soccer, football, whatever you'd like to call it, is that none of our stadiums are that. I mean, there's a couple, but none of our stadiums are that accessible. Like, there's not like where Sporting's stadium is.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm gonna get tanked at the Applebee's and walked over. No,
Over at the Legends, yeah.
That's another
No.
thing. I want like smaller, very intimate kind of pubs dedicated to just a team. Like the Chiefs are too big, I guess. But yeah, I would love it. Like if we just had our own, like a club. It's
but like so in Portland,
Yeah.
their stadium is a retrofitted old like minor league baseball stadium.
right.
In the city,
There's a pub. Is there a pub like in?
right next to it.
That's so awesome.
we got
we
no other
literally
pub.
drank.
That's
That's
it's
fucking
not,
garbage.
It's not the
Don't
same.
ever say that shit again.
It's a sporting pub.
That place is a garbage place.
It's not. I don't think of sporting when I,
I
go
don't, know if,
there.
I don't know if I go to say it's a garbage place.
It's
a,
fun.
It's a bar.
It's got shuffleboard and
garbage
bowling
place.
and stuff.
Yeah, it's got lots of. It's not. It doesn't capture like the intimate club setting that a lot of these English pubs do. And last time I was in London, I went to a few of these pubs. They're really cool.
I
man.
went to one in Ireland, and I'm like, this is what I want.
It's not. They're old school. There's not like TVs everywhere. It seems like kind of old school, very old. I can't quite explain it. You get a Scotch egg. It's delicious. Don't get the mustard though. The mustard's really fucking spicy, man.
So back in the day,
Don't
before
order peas because they're mushed.
Sporting was at, probably before Sporting was even a thing, but when the Legends, which is an area in Kansas, which is where Sporting plays, when the Legends was first made, there was an Irish restaurant out there that was like just a house that you would
They
walk in and it
retrofitted,
was like
yep.
a fucking old school English or Irish pub, I guess. That would be fucking sweet. That went out of business years ago.
I
But it would
love
have been
the
sweet
UK.
if that would have still been there. Then you would have got drunk, walked over to the stadium. But I think they tore it down to make the stadium or some shit.
I also
It's
would like
same
to
area.
set the record straight. We have had a professional soccer team since 1995.
Yeah, the
Right,
Wiz.
but they used to be out at Arrowhead.
Yeah,
they
they
weren't
played-
out
Well,
at the Legends.
they were actually at Community America when the Legends opened.
the Wizards.
Yeah, well, point is, they weren't at Legends when this Irish place was there.
Yeah, I really wish we could capture at least some of that kind of that culture that the UK has in regards to their teams, their pubs. It's all kind of interconnected. Here, it's like
Without
Caitlin
the pubs,
said.
we've got that. It's only in the stadium, though.
Yeah, I
I
don't
mean,
know.
we've got a big tailgate, and you walk from the tailgate, but
Dude, I'm obsessed with the UK. I would move there in a minute.
would I fight some fans from other teams? Absolutely.
Oh, I wouldn't. I'm a terrible fighter. I learned that in like 4th grade.
I'm very scary, so.
You'd be like Elijah Wood throwing the fist. I
Throwing
will say,
fucking
when he
little
starts throwing the
fists.
punches, I did laugh at that. I was
funny.
like, "You're such a little bitch," and then they give him shit. Yeah.
for it.
Did you see him throwing the punches? Bit feminine,
Bit
feminine.
Bit gay.
bit gay.
So
Look like a couple gay boys.
back to Elijah Wood. So originally, Jake Gyllenhaal was supposed to be cast in his role.
Oh, he would have been terrible.
He would have been so much
No,
better.
It would have been so much
He would have
better.
been so much better.
No, we need that
Jake
wimpy
Jeezy.
feel. We need the wimpy feel of someone who's gonna idolize Charlie Hunnam. Jake Gyllenhaal would not idolize Charlie Hunnam.
He's just so much of a better actor, though.
I know. Jake Gyllenhaal
not
would have
what
made
we
this
needed.
movie like skyrocket. It would have been
Not
awesome.
what we needed.
Gyllenhaal Street Hooligans is what it would have been called.
The Gyllenhaal Street Elite.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
GSC, bro.
The closeness between Matt and Pete is definitely a little forced. Like Pete goes from wanting absolutely nothing to do with him to being his best friend in like a day and a half.
Well, because he fought and didn't run off.
It kind of starts before that.
Not really. I mean,
He stays over at his house. Wait, hold on, man.
No, they go to the game that day, and he gets chased from the game by those 3 fans.
Yeah. Okay.
So, like, they get in a scrap the first day they know each other, and Elijah Wood doesn't run away, and he gets right up in the fight with them. That's bonding. That's male bonding.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's male bonding, which is why that's one of the.
One of the taglines.
I wrote down.
Keywords, I mean.
This was the drunk. I wrote down, does this movie promote and glorify toxic masculinity? And then I wrote, Calvin will hate that I even asked this question.
You have to be here to hate that question.
So stupid question, dude. So stupid. No.
Sounds
I have a couple-
exactly like Calvin.
Yeah.
I have
Just
a couple
so
great
stupid.
points.
Oh,
whenever
please.
you guys
Go
are
ahead.
ready. If I knew that there was a giant fight coming, had a baby, and my brother disappeared,
I wouldn't
Fuck 'em.
drive
Fuck
my
'em.
baby to the fight.
Yeah, no.
like, you're on your own. You're an adult. Go get in that fight, friend. I'm not driving my baby there when I know
Objectively
for a
terrible
fact
mother decision.
That dude literally stabbed my husband in the throat the night before.
Pretty bad.
And I also have
What
a
does she
problem.
think is gonna happen?
Elijah
He'll
Wood.
kill a baby.
Yeah, but then Elijah Wood seeing her and being like, "Oh, sweet, we're fucking saved. Oh, come on, let's get him in there." And it's like, no, tell her to go the
Get the
fuck
fuck
away.
out.
Which
Yeah.
is what then Charlie tells him.
Right.
Yeah.
But of course, Elijah's not thinking, oh, they're not going to attack a baby, because he's still not fully. I mean, like, he's in it, he'll fight, but he's not. These people will kill a baby,
Oh, for sure. They're psychos.
I'll eat it.
and that's mentioned several times that Tommy Hatcher is an absolute psycho.
He's a sociopath.
They show it several
Yeah.
times
Yeah.
too. I feel like
And I feel like, are they trying to? When did American Psycho come out? What year?
with Christian Bale,
Yeah. So
late '90s.
okay, the last scene, maybe I was just too drunk. I felt like they were trying to parody American Psycho in that final scene before Matt like confronts the cokehead who got him kicked out of Harvard. It's just like, well, congrats on the Epstein account, Van Holden. That should be a real nice commish. I'll bet your father's election had nothing to do with it. It just seems like a scene from American Psycho.
Well, because all those kids are psychos too.
And then Van Holden immediately goes to the bathroom to use
do
blow.
some
It's
coke,
American
yeah.
Psycho.
Man, not just do some blow too. Like he busted out like 17 lines on that little thing. It's like, man, you're doing a lot.
He had
Maybe
a nice mirrored case for it
Yeah,
and everything.
I'm in a meeting, Buckner.
maybe it's bad shit.
Maybe. Probably not, though.
Someone sold him some baby powder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Baking soda or whatever they cut it with.
Laxatives.
That's so weird.
Baby laxatives.
Baby laxatives. You mean Miralax? Is a powder. That's funny.
Yeah, I have a couple other things, but I don't think they're worth saying. I think we kind of went through everything that I wanted to talk about.
I loved watching the 10-year-olds kick Elijah Wood's ass at soccer.
That's one thing I forget how big those goals are, man.
Oh, they're giant.
They're giant.
Like most goalies are 6'2" or over just because you have to be that tall to reach the top.
Yeah, and I also forgot how unathletic fucking Frodo is.
He's also like 5'4".
Yeah, he's
Does not give him any ability to be a goalie.
He's a beta. All right.
Why does that matter?
It doesn't. Just I'm doing my best to not be.
You're being a toxic
I'm
alpha.
doing my best.
Yeah.
Well, what can I say? It's just who I am. I'm a toxic alpha. All right. Do you know what time it is?
It's time for Tipsy Trivia.
Scud up, up. There you go.
I think I'm getting the hang.
There you go.
I think Calvin would approve.
He'd have to be here to approve.
Well, he listens. This is the portion of the podcast where we have 5 trivia-based questions from the film. If these two get more than 2 of the 5 correct, they don't have to shotgun and I do, and vice versa. But today, this is Tipsy Trivia British Slang Edition.
So none of us can cheat because we couldn't have researched beforehand.
It couldn't really cheat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you what it means when a British person refers to someone or something as this, and then I'm going to give you a contextual sentence so you can have some context, and then you have to guess what they mean.
Okay.
Okay. So the first one, what does it mean when a British person refers to a female as a minger? So in context, oh, mate, look at that bloody minger.
That's not a very good in context.
Sorry. I don't want to give you too much.
Minger.
I actually, the whole context thing I just created so I could just read these phrases in
wanted to
British
say it.
accents.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, based on the South Park where it's like, oh, Minji, what you doing,
My
Minji?
minge.
I'm going to say she's a bit of a shagger or a bit of a loose woman.
Okay.
I'm going to go with she's attractive, sexy. Like they want to have sex with her.
Both wrong. It's a minger is an unattractive female.
Ah.
But like you want to touch a minge.
Yeah.
I didn't write the definitions. I just read them and then wrote them down. Number 2. What does it mean? This you guys should know this one. What does it mean when a British person refers to someone as a muppet? For example, fuck off, you deranged muppet of a cunt.
I mean, this could have so many meanings.
Yeah, I'm
Idiot, moron.
Okay.
dumbass.
Yeah, those are both acceptable answers. Someone who is stupid or gullible, incapable of independent thought.
Kind of like a
I
Muppet
got
puppet.
no strings
you know?
to hold me
Yeah.
down. I got no strings.
Number
Make
3.
me brown.
What does it mean when a British person, I guarantee you guys know this one. What does it mean when a British person refers to someone as a slag? For example, oi, your mom's a proper slag, bruv.
Oh, you're such a
Cooler.
slag. The best you ever had. The best you ever. It's from that song.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, like a bit of a hooker-ish floozy.
Both acceptable answers. It's the definition is a whore of the worst kind.
Whole
All right.
life.
Number 4.
Obviously living that whole life.
Oh, life.
This one I find
Baby.
super hilarious, and I think you guys might get it, but maybe not. It's really funny. What is a British person referring to when they say cheese-eating surrender monkeys? For example, oi, did you see those cheese-eating surrender monkeys?
Oh, the French.
Yes.
I'll say the French then.
The French.
It's really funny.
Cheese-eating
The frogs.
The frogs. Oh, it's a frog. Okay. I don't want to say oi
I got
before
that one
every
I
single.
got that one pretty quick.
Oi, governor.
Oh, Gov. Okay. What is a British person? Number 5. What is a British person referring to when they say uphill gardener? So, pretty sure that chap might be an uphill gardener, Gov.
Uphill gardener.
Yeah.
A homosexual.
Homosexual? Is
Yeah,
what I was
100%.
thinking?
You guys
Okay.
are both right. 100%. Yes.
I don't understand how that
Good job.
works, but
I think you guys got 4 of the 5 or 3 of the 5.
I got 4. He got 3. He just stole my French answer.
Yeah, good
I
job.
mean, you didn't
guys.
give me much time to think about it.
He said yes. I just answered.
Well, the French one, I agree. I was just surprised she got it so quickly. So I was like, yeah, this is the French.
It's because I'm a woman and we have big brains.
I can't think it. Well, technically they're smaller. I can't think of
I
any.
can guarantee my brain is bigger than yours.
Maybe. But I can't think of a funnier way to describe French people in kind of like
Cheese
eating surrender monkeys. It's objectively really funny.
Oh, I like it.
Oh, it's
like
so
it.
good. All right, so moving on to
Drinking Buddies.
a portion of the podcast where we choose a character, not an actor, but a character from the film that we would get irresponsibly shit-faced, drunk, shy-vote, if you will, and I will, with. Caitlin, who's your drinking buddy?
It's Pete.
Of course. Great choice. It's a great choice. Wait, but is it for the sex? You know it is.
Like 50.
You know it is!
50-50. I'd also just really like to go to a soccer game with him.
And fuck him.
You saying you would not fuck Charlie Hunnam?
Well, I mean, I'm not gay. I mean, I touch his dick.
There he is. There he is.
Keenan,
I'm gonna go with Liebgott.
Liebgott's good. I just
Pilot, yeah.
He's
wrote
on the
down.
side.
He sounds good.
I don't want to be a
He's
main
solid.
guy,
He's
you know.
solid,
I'll just hang
yeah.
out and drink and go to the games.
I said any of the boys in the GSE other than Bover or fucking Elijah Wood.
Yeah, I will say, Boffer, you know, his redemption when he comes back, never could miss a good scrap, huh, Boff? And he's like, and then Charlie Hunnam's like, you want to redeem what you did? Go get my fucking sister or whatever.
Go
yeah.
get my family out of
And
here.
then he runs up and does that flying jump kick.
double kick.
Boom! It is pretty dope.
I was like,
Flying
all right,
double
Bobber,
kick.
I'm back in here, mate.
I'm back in. I'm rooting for you, Bob. That was a hell of a punch.
It was. And when he was, you know, falling on hard times, drinking the vodka, realized he fucked up and
When he
slept
slept
on
on
the
a bench.
And the cop wakes him up, he just looks at him, just gets up and
Runs.
starts running.
And
There
the
were a
cop's
couple
just
Bobber
walking
things that
behind
made me
him.
laugh.
Why
And
did
the cop doesn't give a shit.
Why did he start running?
I don't know.
Like, is he wanted? Like,
I got a warrant
He's
out
just like,
for him.
oh, fuck off. I'm going to get out of here.
or
He
just
is the only one we don't see that has a job, so...
No, he's
he
working
might
at a
be
call
criminal.
center at one point. Whenever they're doing the draw, he's like working at a call center. and
Oh,
he jumps
yeah,
on
yeah,
his
you're right.
desk.
yeah, when they get Millwall. We haven't played Millwall in 10 years. That
Because
was
people get killed.
good.
Obviously.
Yeah. So you know what? Maybe I'll drink with Bobber after the events of this movie when he's got his shit together. He's probably going to go even farther downhill.
His best friend just got murdered.
Yeah.
His face, Bover's face, and I don't mean
It's a
Bothers
real
you?
sad,
it
it's a real
bothers.
sad face.
It's not a great face.
It's a very British. He's just everything about him, especially at the beginning
He's so
when
British.
I'm not being funny. His face, he looks like a cunt.
when he's being a dick
he
to
is.
Elijah in the bathroom, and then he goes and like takes his dick out to piss, and it's like he's
like-
pulling out like a garden hose, and then he's like all leaned on the thing. It's
the
just like smoking the cigarette. It's just like that guy is as British as a fucking cunt.
The way Charlie Hunnam walked is the way he pulled out his dick to take a piss.
He's like, fuck you, Yank. And then just watch me get my garden hose out. And he fucking, just like the way he leans on that wall and pisses, it reminds me of Nigel from The Replacements.
Yeah.
It's just like very much about
I'm
his
wiring.
dick at that point. Yeah.
You big fanny.
So yeah, I overall, I like this movie though. I guess we'll get to the ranks, but
We're getting there. So, Rotten Tomatoes over under. I will set the critics at a 50%.
Under.
yeah, I guess under.
47%. I don't think I wrote this down correctly. I'll set the audience at a 90%.
Under.
I wrote down 97%. That
There's
can't
no
that can't be
fucking
right.
way.
Maybe 87. I think it was 87. That's what it
Okay.
was.
It's still
87%.
higher than I expected.
A lot of fucking people like this movie.
I like
it's
this
because
movie.
12 people have seen it and we all liked it.
It's got a little bit of the Boondock Saints vibe to it.
Little bit.
Not the way the movie is, but just like the fan base around it.
This
Yeah.
movie is, I think, in a lot of ways emulates what our podcast is. It's underappreciated. Not a ton of people have seen it, but the people who have really like it.
Big in Romania.
Yep.
Although the woman on the podcast is smarter than the woman in the movie.
Claire Forlani.
I would never drive with a baby.
Yeah.
to a gang
Okay.
fight.
Well, that's to be fair. That is very stupid. But that's the one stupid thing she did.
Let me say this too. I appreciate that there was no. I mean, I guess there's a little bit of a love story, but really no bullshit
yeah, no, I
love
love
story
that.
in this movie.
I love.
Yeah,
that.
not at
They
all.
didn't try to throw in them fighting over some bed or some shit like that.
Elijah
you know?
Wood didn't have a love interest. I took note of
slag.
that too.
Yeah.
Yes, fucking slag.
I guess his love was really with Pete.
it was.
It's more of a
was.
bromance
It's a
type
bromance
thing, yeah.
story. His love was with Charlie Hunnam. Yeah.
I gotta go convince the GSE that Bova got it wrong.
Yeah. God, I fucking slags, man. I saw some slags in college, bro. Some real, some animals, dude.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude.
Dude.
It's
Some
like
Loch
he's trying to
Ness
convince
monsters,
himself
dude.
that he saw some. He's not trying to convince us. He's trying to convince himself.
Oh no, I'm not convincing about. They were like when I say slack, they were fucking.
Yeah, where'd you go to school?
Dude, they went. They like straight from the pound.
Where'd you go to school?
God damn it.
Mizzou.
Exactly.
Oh, fuck.
IMDb was
I don't know. 5.7.
close.
Oh,
like a 5.3 or 5.4.
I say close. You just interchanged the number. 7.5.
Oh,
That's high.
okay. That is pretty high.
Yeah, it is. I think this movie is good. My Real Buzz rating is a 4 out of 5 beers.
Yeah, I'll give it a 4 out of 5, and I think I gave it a 6.5 on IMDb.
Yeah, I'd give it a 4 out of 5 beers.
4 out of
I'm
5
okay with
beers.
that. It's definitely one that I wish was more readily available to stream.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't understand why it's not available on literally any streaming platform.
There's a website that I found called Unstreamable, but they only do
cool.
articles every now and then about things that are unstreamable. But I found it because the movie PCU with Jeremy Piven is now unstreamable.
It's a weird movie.
What's PC?
I like it a lot.
It's a 90s Jeremy Piven movie where he's in college and he plans some
Jeremy
big part.
Piven?
What?
He's Ari from Entourage.
Who's Jeremy Piven?
I don't know sometimes.
It's
John
a
Cusack's best friend?
very 90s movie, but I
Hey,
love it.
I'm not the one who hasn't seen Top Gun. I feel a lot of hostility.
Yeah,
here.
that is weird. You haven't seen Top Gun, Keenan. We're doing that next.
Yeah, whatever.
Dude, you guys see it before the sequel comes out.
I went to the danger zone.
See, that's how epic that movie is because you understand that reference and have never seen the film.
No, dude, I know
It's
what
also
happens
an-
in the movie
An Archer reference.
for the most part. I know about the volleyball scene too.
It's the best scene in the
Honestly,
movie.
yeah.
Fantastic.
Literally, the only good scenes are when they're in the airplane.
Whoa. That is objectively false.
The
What you're about to
romance
say.
is terrible.
Iceman is like a
Yeah.
bad guy or something.
Not really. That's just a rivalry.
We're doing that movie, guys. Let's just save it. We're going to do that
Is
movie.
that next week?
Yeah.
All right, stay tuned for next week. I'm gonna dress like a pilot.
Oh, dude, that's a great idea. I wish I had that pilot onesie. Fuck, man, and those shades.
Yeah.
We should.
I've got a little stewardess hat.
We should wear it. Well, sexist, but I like it. I like where your head's at.
Sexist.
It was an outfit for throwback, so sexist is.
Beat it, Stu.
Stu.
Stew.
Thank you for listening to another edition of Real Buzz Takes. We are the Real Buzz crew. Keenan, take us out.
I came here with the mic in my hand. Don't make me leave with my foot in your ass. Be cool.
We are the Real Buzz Crew, and we review the best of the worst for you.
This concludes our broadcast day.
Shake it fast, but watch yourself.
Shake it fast. Show me what you're working with.